hurry. And he's trying to the outside. Is Ethan going to give him that? He's going to brake late. Can Andre try a cutback? No, not yet. He'll be brave to go on the lead. Looking for the lead. Vectro takes the lead. Here, and now red timing and hits him. Does almost hit him.
I thought he was going to then, but he moved. I think he moved on.
Inside goes DJ. Does he make the move? No, he backs out of it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Well, down the inside goes Matteo. There we go. Back down the inside. Have that one, Tom. So now he's going to go around the inside again, isn't he? If he goes down the inside again, I'll be bonkered. No, you can't. That's going to end the contact. No, it's on side, and then backs out of it. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. That's Alonso. There was Alonso with the Massa. Oh, that's Ferrari around this corner. Here we are then for the Belgium Grand Prix. 5 lights. Go! And Barry gets a fantastic start. Ethan left, trolling behind there. And further back, Ethan already going defensive at turn 1. Down the inside comes one of the BMWs now. And almost taps the side of the Mercedes further back. Carnage going on there. And I believe they all get through cleanly at turn 1 this time. Ferrari though, he's going to have a look down the inside. Down the inside goes Ferrari. Covering off goes the Ferrari. Round the outside goes it forgets. Well, this is bonkers down the back. Well, talk about great racing to end the year. Again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. One's wide, and he's going to be side by side. Is Salita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact or not?
Vector's ran off the track. Yes. Vector did run off the track there, but I don't think...
Get away with it.
He might just get away with it.
Going to make the move. Yes! Into the lead, pulls alongside, pulls ahead the Audi, first of the Ferrari, and trying and hurry. And he's trying to the outside. Is Ethan going to give him that? He's going to brake late. Can Andre try a cutback? No, not yet. He'll be brave to go on the lead. Looking for the lead. Vectro takes the lead. Here, and now red timing and hits him. Does almost hit him.
I thought he was going to then, but he moved. I think he moved on.
Inside goes DJ. Does he make the move? No, he backs out of it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Well, down the inside goes Matteo. There we go. Back down the inside. Have that one, Tom. So now he's going to go around the inside again, isn't he? If he goes down the inside again, I'll be bonkered. No, you can't. That's going to end the contact. No, it's on side, and then backs out of it. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. That's Alonso. There was Alonso with the Massa. Oh, that's Ferrari around this corner. Here we are then for the Belgium Grand Prix. 5 lights. Go! And Barry gets a fantastic... Well, this is bonkers down the back. Well, talk about great racing to end the year. Again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. One's wide, and he's going to be side by side. Is Salita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact or not?
Vector's ran off the track. Yes. Vector did run off the track there, but I don't think...
Get away with it.
He might just get away with it.
Going to make the move. Yes! Into the lead, pulls alongside, pulls ahead the Audi, first of the Ferrari, and trying and hurry. And he's trying to the outside. Is Ethan going to give him that? He's going to brake late. Can Andre try a cutback? No, not yet. He'll be brave to go on the lead. Looking for the lead. Vectro takes the lead. Here, and now red timing and hits him. Does almost hit him.
I thought he was going to then, but he moved. I think he moved on.
Inside goes DJ. Does he make the move? No, he backs out of it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Well, down the inside goes Matteo. There we go. Back down the inside. Have that one, Tom. So now he's going to go around the inside again, isn't he? If he goes down the inside again, I'll be bonkered. No, you can't. That's going to end the contact. No, it's on side, and then backs out of it. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. That's Alonso. There was Alonso with the Massa. Oh, that's Ferrari around this corner. Here we are then for the Belgium Grand Prix. 5 lights. Go! And Barry gets a fantastic start. Ethan left, trolling behind there. And further back, Ethan already going defensive at turn 1. Down the inside comes one of the BMWs now. And almost taps the side of the Mercedes further back. Carnage going on there. And I believe they all get through cleanly at turn 1 this time. Ferrari though, he's going to have a look down the inside. Down the inside goes Ferrari. Covering off goes the Ferrari. Round the outside goes it forgets. Well, this is bonkers down the back. Well, talk about great racing to end the year. Again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. One's wide, and he's going to be side by side. Is Salita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact or not?
Vector's ran off the track. Yes. Vector did run off the track there, but I don't think
get away with it.
He might just get away with it.
Going to make the move. Yes. Into the lead, pulls alongside, pulls ahead the Audi versus the Ferrari. And trying and hurry and hurry and hurry and hurry. And he's trying to the outside. Is Ethan going to give him that? He's going to brake late. Can Andre try a cutback? No, not yet. He'll be brave to go on the lead. Looking for the lead. Vetro takes the lead here, and now red timesing and hits him. Does almost hit him.
I thought he was going to then, but he moved. I think he moved on.
The inside goes DJ. Does he make the move? And no, he backs out of it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Well, down the inside goes Matteo. There we go. Back down the inside. Have that one, Tom. So now he's going to go around the inside again, isn't he? If he goes down the inside again, I'll be bonkered. Nah, you can't. That's going to end the contact. No, it's on side, and then backs out of it. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. That's Alonso. There was Alonso with Massa. Oh, that's Ferrari around this corner. Here we are then for the Belgium Grand Prix. 5 lights. Go! And Barry gets a fantastic start. Ethan left trolling behind there. And further back, Ethan already going defensive at turn 1. Down the inside comes one of the BMWs now. And almost taps the side of the Mercedes. Further back, carnage going on there. And I believe they all get through cleanly at turn 1 this time. Ferrari though, he's going to have a look down the inside. Down the inside goes Ferrari. Covering off goes the Ferrari. Round the outside goes, he forgets. Well, this is bonkers down the back. Well, talk about great racing to end the year. Again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. Runs wide. And he's going to be side by side. Is Salita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact or not?
Vector's ran off the track. Yes. Vector did run off the track there, but I don't think
get away with it.
He might just get away with it.
Going to make the move. Yes. Into the lead, pulls alongside, pulls ahead the Audi versus the Ferrari. And trying and hurry and hurry and hurry and hurry. And he's trying to the outside. Is Ethan going to give him that? He's going to brake late. Can Andre try a cutback? No, not yet. He'll be brave to go on the lead. Looking for the lead. Vetro takes the lead here, and now red timesing and hits him. Does almost hit him.
I thought he was going to then, but he moved. I think he moved on.
The inside goes DJ. Does he make the move? And no, he backs out of it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Well, down the inside goes Matteo. There we go. Back down the inside. Have that one, Tom. So now he's going to go around the inside again, isn't he? If he goes down the inside again, I'll be bonkered. Nah, you can't. That's going to end the contact. No, it's on side, and then backs out of it. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. That's Alonso. There was Alonso with Massa. Oh, that's Ferrari around this corner. Here we are then for the Belgium Grand Prix. 5 lights. Go! And Barry gets a fantastic start. Ethan left trolling behind there. And further back, Ethan already going defensive at turn 1. Down the inside comes one of the BMWs now. And almost taps the side of the Mercedes. Further back, carnage going on there. And I believe they all get through cleanly at turn 1 this time. Ferrari though, he's going to have a look down the inside. Down the inside goes Ferrari. Covering off goes the Ferrari. Round the outside goes, he forgets. Well, this is bonkers down the back. Well, talk about great racing to end the year. Again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. Runs wide. And he's going to be side by side. Is Salita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact or not?
Vector's ran off the track. Yes. Vector did run off the track there, but I don't think
get away with it.
He might just get away with it.
Going to make the move. Yes. Into the lead, pulls alongside, pulls ahead the Audi versus the Ferrari. And trying and hurry and hurry and hurry and hurry. And he's trying to the outside. Is Ethan going to give him that? He's going to brake late. Can Andre try a cutback? No, not yet. He'll be brave to go on the lead. Looking for the lead. Vetro takes the lead here, and now red timesing and hits him. Does almost hit him.
I thought he was going to then, but he moved. I think he moved on.
The inside goes DJ. Does he make the move? And no, he backs out of it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Well, down the inside goes Matteo. There we go. Back down the inside. Have that one, Tom. So now he's going to go around the inside again, isn't he? If he goes down the inside again, I'll be bonkered. Nah, you can't. That's going to end the contact. No, it's on side, and then backs out of it. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. That's Alonso. There was Alonso with Massa. Oh, that's Ferrari around this corner. Here we are then for the Belgium Grand Prix. 5 lights. go! And Barry gets a fantastic start. Ethan left trolling behind there. And further back, Ethan already going defensive at turn 1. Down the inside comes one of the BMWs now. And almost taps the side of the Mercedes further back. Carnage going on there. And I believe they all get through cleanly at turn 1 this time. Ferrari though, he's going to have a look down the inside. Down the inside goes Ferrari. Covering off goes the Ferrari. Round the outside goes it forgets. Well, this is bonkers down the back. Well, talk about great racing to end the year. Again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. One's wide, and he's going to be side by side. Is Salita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact or not?
Vectra's ran off the track. Yes. Vectra did run off the track there, but I don't think...
Get away with it.
He might just get away with it.
Going to make the move. Yes. Into the lead. Pulls alongside. Pulls ahead the Audi.
Hello everybody from Sonoma for the multi-class championship. Same conditions as yesterday with the GT3. Now with a whole lot of different cars, really a lot of power difference of course, different drivers, different championship, and probably really good race again. Also joining me in the commentary box today is Hoof Hearted, so say hello to him.
Hello to me, and just to let you know guys, obviously like I say, we've had 2 races already here at Sonoma this week, on Monday night and Thursday night. I think a big thing that's come out of those races is strategy. That's, I think, is going to be the watchword for tonight. 2 winners of both races have basically carried out the race with a no-pit strategy. Whether an LMP3 can do that, I'm not sure. GTE might be able to, because it's not that different to the GT3 really, is it, Vector, to be honest?
It really is, especially around this track. There's a lot of difference. That's just because of a lot of high-speed corners, a lot of high downforce corners, and that's where the LMP3 car really excels, and also out of corner exits. So I think the GTE will be a lot slower here than the LMP cars.
That's a pretty fair choice. And also the big thing here is the adverse camber. And that's always been a big thing of this track, I think, since its inception. I think he was born the same year as me, in 1968. Except I'd like to think that I've maybe weathered a little bit better. I've had a bit of less wear than this track has had. But in all fairness to it, it's been a pretty good track. It's been well used, and it's still used today for, believe it or not, they have the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series here, which they've done since 1989. They've got the Verizon or Verizon, depending on how you want to say it, the IndyCar Series, which has been running from 2005 until now. And you get the NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series, because there's a 440-yard drag strip down this track. I know that better than anybody, because last year I decided to try and go down it by mistake. Some of you may remember that. Yeah, it's a well-used track in all fairness.
I do think you haven't weathered as much of the track itself, because, well, you don't look like a desert yet.
No, that's true, and I'm led to believe. I think Hayo told me that, believe it or not, if you look at this track in the winter, it's actually covered in greenery, which sounds really, really odd. But you don't see it like that, do you?
No. No, I would have imagined that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird fact that he told me, and I thought that's really weird because I'd never seen that. So as we are, where are we now? We're halfway through qualifying. We've just passed that halfway stage, haven't we? Just into the last 12 and a bit minutes, and Mr. Rosonico.
It's currently Sig Rosonico in the most risky spot in qualifying, because also in other leagues I've been commentating, and also yesterday in GT3, the pole sitter has actually disconnected from the race before it even started. Oh, Sig actually goes off there.
I think we gave him the kiss of death. Oh my God, where's he going? That was a good. I think he held out there just.
No damage there, I think.
No, it looks okay. Hopefully, but he's in a good position. Again, looking at the times that these guys are doing, because they're doing the. I think is it the full 2.52 mile, 4.06 kilometers.
Max Tramer's got a penalty. The penalty is 1 grid place.
Well, it's okay if you get pole position. It means you're definitely going to be in the race.
I'm not quite sure how the glitch works. But Sig Rezonico is in a really risky spot at the moment. I think Scald might just... if I was Scald, I would not improve. I would just take no risks and leave it for second place, because it just happens a lot that the pole sitter disconnects.
Yeah, like I say, in race 2, I believe it happened to Hiker, so I don't think he'll be getting anywhere near. Mind he's in GTE today, but in all fairness, it seems to become, or have become, the poison chalice.
Yeah, and from such a good game, it shouldn't be possible, because being on pole is a sin, basically. Oh, Marcus go for a spin into the wall.
I think this track's going to be quite tough for these LMP3s. I was speaking with Cindy earlier. She thinks it's going to be. She was spinning quite a lot, and in all fairness, she's quite adept in this vehicle.
I do think so, yeah. And of course, last week in the LMP free car, battling hard with Scald, which didn't really end well. I don't think they will be meeting again on track this week, because of course Suki is in a GTE car, and normally LMP cars stream away from GTE cars from the start.
Yeah, and I think on this track, and obviously next week at Road America, I think you're going to see the big difference in the LMP3s. I think it will show quite a bit today. I think it will show massively next week. I think Road America, you will see just a massive difference in the downforce and the acceleration that the LMP3 has.
Of course, also a very long track, and the straights might be GTE wise quite good, but the corners, that's where the LMP cars make the difference.
Yeah, they excel, don't they? Very much so. And where are we now? Just under 10 minutes to go. At the moment, Sig, 1.056 seconds. That's quite an impressive lead on the rest of the field. Obviously, Scald with probably best of the rest, shall we say. And then after that, you've got a couple of guys on the 125s, him and ID Forgets. Thunderhead, that's a pretty good run from him on 126.6. Got Marco's DJ. Quite surprised with DJ, actually. Thought it might have been higher up, but that might be
me too. He was running for the lead last week. Oh, that's off. He's doing a me. I did exactly the same mistake yesterday.
Yeah, you did. That was where you went, wasn't it? Oh.
Yes, indeed. That was the position. Maybe a bit too much curve like I did. He did it very well. He's getting in the way of Scald.
That's what I thought then, if he's trying to go on a hop. He didn't flash his lights, so maybe he might have been out of the way in time. I think you might have given him a light flash.
I believe he's on an outlap either way.
So what have we got here in truth? So we've got a big
Who we haven't
split.
seen yet is Dan, who is back.
Just when you thought he was safe. In the McCool car. I'm sure he didn't pick that on purpose. But he did, really. He probably did. Oh, in fairness, good to see him back. His second week back. I think in fairness, his teammate Racing Real is letting him ease back into it. Because obviously it's easier for him to get used to the GTE car probably than the LMP3. Because he really hadn't touched Project Cars 2 in 2018 until probably last week or just before the race last week. So it takes a bit more time to get used to the LMP3, I think.
Matt Gamer, I think he has improved to 13th position, but it will still be 14th because of the wrong grid place penalty he has. Can Tsuki improve?
Yeah, that's quite surprising. Again, whether she's just trying to get used to this. Nice car to drive, though.
Tsuki, yeah, she retakes the position from Matt Gamer. It doesn't really matter about the standings, because Matt Gamer, even if he is 13th, he will still start last.
Yeah, he's one person who's not going to be affected by the glitch. I think that's fair to say.
That's fair to say.
Even though I'm not a betting
Unless he
man,
rockets us up into first, all of a sudden. All the same.
Every person we go on to, they seem to fly off. Kiss
Yeah,
of death.
that just happens a lot, because people are trying to pushing the limits, and of course when you go for a spin, you just go to the pits, straight back to the pits as soon as possible because you can get another lap in.
Absolutely. That corner's quite interesting where you just saw red 1528 come around there, because it would appear that the game allows you to go very, very wide. You're still on the tarmac, technically, but you can go really, really wide there.
I wouldn't, because you lose a lot of time with that. Ooh, red goes right. Of course, and then... Yeah, you gotta switch to first before driving off.
Yeah, you certainly lose time. There's no two ways about that.
DJ Luke. Up to 5th. Take the position from Marcus.
That's a bit more like it, I think. I think, again, into the last sort of 5 and a bit minutes now, they've probably got best part of, what, 3 laps that they can get in.
Scott improved on his lap a bit, only 9/10 off now.
It's just a deliberate ploy that nobody wants to beat Satan to first place.
Oh, that's
just, I can't, oh my god, oh god!
That's a teammate.
Wow, that was a proper white knuckle ride, that.
I think Thunderhead followed Suki's braking points and it didn't really go well for him.
No, definitely did not. I definitely did not. Please forgive my links. That's not my aftershave, by the way. It was a wildcat in the property, if anybody actually heard it. Hopefully not. The only beasts we want to hear are these. That was well manoeuvred. Good manoeuvre from Marcos there.
Yeah, but it will cost him a lot of speed in his time. I really think he was on a lap. Don't know if it was a good one, but he must have lost 1 second at the final corner.
Yeah, easily would have lost that. But again, still got time for another and still got enough fuel in to pop another lap in there. It will be interesting to see. I don't know with the LMP3, I don't know what the Metro, if I'm honest, whether their tank is big enough to take a whole race full of fuel.
I'm not quite sure with these cars. With GT3 you are able to do that, but with these cars I'm not quite sure.
Again, that might be an interesting tactic, because again, as I said earlier with the strategy, because on Monday and Thursday obviously GT4 and GT3 were able to do it in that manner with no pits. Again, oops, as we see Marcos again take a back ender. He's going to go again, isn't he? But it would be interesting here, if these guys all have to pit, are you going to gamble with, say, for example, going out with a half race amount of fuel, so you've got less fuel for the first half, might be able to gain a few tenths each lap, or do you...
That's not smart, you know why? Because I find that with GT3 you will lose all the time doing the pit stops because you have to refuel, and refueling takes an age.
Yeah, I know even with small amounts of fuel, I think it's like 16-20 seconds, even if it's not huge amounts of fuel. Unless you can make that up in the laps, then it's probably not really worth it.
It's really hard to make it up in the laps. I don't think it's possible to make it up in the laps because the fuel, of course, you will be a little bit faster, but not by much.
No, so I think the general consensus of opinion is it's basically going to be a full tank. It'll be interesting to see if anyone doesn't, but we can certainly find out. In the meantime, I'm just going to have a little look at the chat. Somebody's telling me I'm quiet. Rip It's telling me I'm quiet. Wow, that's a world first. I've never, not that you're telling me I'm quiet, that I am quiet.
Mark is in the wall.
But we'll see. Even Matty said I'm quiet. We are reading the messages, honestly. I've just learned to read. I had to learn first so I could read them. And
Almazen is disconnected.
well,
Almazen out. Would he be able to rejoin on time?
Hopefully. I mean, he's got 2 minutes with a bit of luck, because he can't join back into the qualifying, can he? Or can he come directly straight back in? Yeah, he can into this, can't he? Because he was already in it. Yeah, because he was already in it. However, we're going to have the conundrum of, oh my god, whereabouts is he on the track? In terms of position.
Almazen needs a new invite, but I cannot invite him from this position, of course.
I'm going to see... No, I don't think I can either.
No, you're in the share play, so you're not actually physically in the lobby.
I can't do that. I would have thought he'd be able to come back in on his original invite. I would have imagined.
Marco's also like you said. Oh, Wolf has left the share
Don't
plane.
worry, don't worry. Sim jump back in. Let's jump back. Let's get back. Let's get back. Yay. And then before you knew it, he was back. No danger on that one. Let's see. Let's have a look. Hopefully you can use the audio. Like, did you use? You didn't lose audio from me, did you? Or did you? No, that's okay. See, there's no escaping that. You're not going to get away from that. In the meantime, no one is getting any closer to Sig, whether that's through ability or by just thinking, you know what, I don't want to finish first.
I think every driver is aware of the issues that has been able to happen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Of course it is.
Notice
Luke also improved on his lap, by the way. Oh, while he goes into the wall. This is qualifying over.
Why does that happen every time we do this? Every time we go into something and crash. Hopefully that will not happen in a race.
Also thinks better of it. Sig will now have all the risk, because if he disconnects, we are 100% certain there will be a lot of problems in the coming races, because of course no one will go for pole.
No, if that does happen, I know in fairness to Hio that he'd come across something whereby you can, Albie's back in by the way, where you can sort of arrange the order, basically the grid positions, whether you could do that with sort of by putting, the only way that I could think around that would be by putting the dummy in at first position. I don't know how we get around that. Again, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does, we hope that SMS will get their boffins onto it quickly.
Yeah, but as SMS, they don't really seem to put in a lot of effort in updates. Albizane cannot enter, he says. So Albizane will not race tonight, it seems. That's absolutely disastrous, because he did quite well in the qualifying. And this is not the way how you want to go out. And we all hope Sig will not be disconnecting from pole position.
What I'm thinking is with Albie, he might, I'm not going to repeat that, but hopefully he'll be able to come back in. You know, during the 2 minutes, when we're all getting ready, sometimes you can come in at that point. So I'm hoping that he still continues to try.
I do hope so as well, but to be honest, I don't think so. I think it's all finished now. By the way, Sonoma Raceway is in Great Britain, according to the game. It's still in Great Britain.
Everywhere's in Great Britain, isn't it?
It's actually Grand Prix at Sonoma.
It's actually in Wisconsin, which is. I mean, I don't know how they talk in Wisconsin. Do they talk like that? I don't know. If anyone knows, tell me. But I
probably
consider
American.
That absolutely.
That actually got 2 grid places penalty. He will start last.
Yeah, I think he was going to be there anyway, wasn't he? So I don't think it mattered.
He did qualify last, but he also got 2 grid place penalties.
I'll tell you what was interesting, and I'm going to mention this because he did it. Last week, Razy did not put a qualifying time down.
Sig is on track. Sig is on track. That's good news.
He's there. So hopefully we don't get anything there. Right, is Albie going to be able to get in during this 2 minutes? I do not know. We'll certainly be able to see if he can. Let's have a look. We'll certainly be able to see. And we say good evening to Mr. Bergs 157. Yeah, I'm just having a look here at the chat. Well, I'm just trying to catch up with you guys a moment. How's the sound now? Can you guys let us know if the sound's okay now before we kick off? Let's have a look. So I'm just going to say a big up for Bergs 157, who is interested in joining us here at GAVRA Racing, and he said he'd be up to have a look at it. It's early morning for him. I believe he's on the other side of the world, so it's early morning for him. So welcome, hope you enjoy the race. And now we're just waiting for everybody to get ready.
Team Stars and Stripes, again, pole position at the front and second place in GTE. So they're doing really good in the standings, and of course also in qualifying they're really strong.
Yeah, they're locking it out, aren't they? I think we're saying goodbye to Albie Zane.
Yeah, Albie Zane. And really sad because, well, disconnections, of course, you cannot do anything about it, but it happens randomly to anyone.
No, it's really annoying. It's massively annoying. You can't hide that. It is, but it's...
You've been practicing then for the whole week, maybe, for the whole month. No, not really month, but the whole week. And then that happens, and that's really, really bummer. Well, we're gonna get ready for the start though.
Rock and roll. I'll give it to you for the start.
And we're off now. Actually, Skull got a bad start, and there's gonna see right. DJ Luke at the second. Really good start from him.
That's a flyer, isn't it? I think everyone's going to navigate the first. They've gone under the bridge, or they're going to navigate this first corner.
It seems like it. Everyone keeps it on track.
I think they've maybe learned the lesson. There's somebody off at the back there. It might have been Suki, was it?
Dan, actually.
It was Dan. Welcome to Sonoma.
But his Scott is already looking around the outside of it, forgets.
Yeah, it's going to be close initially. I think we'll probably get spread out a little bit as the race goes on. But in the early stanzas, I think there's going to be a bit of a pitch battle here. I'm glad we didn't have anything go badly on that one. But, it's going right. That's good, man.
There is Tsuki going wide as well. Dan is at the back. Math Game actually got a really good start from the last position to 7th. All the way up to 7th.
That's a heck of a run, isn't it? I wasn't sure what happened there with the start.
Cover head is off.
It seemed to me that as if Sting missed it. I don't know. That's how it looked to me.
Math Game up to the inside of, who is that? It's a red car. Stalled has lost it.
It's going to be tight.
Stalled dropped back to 4th position. It forgets up to 2nd now. DJ Luke is 8th. He has also lost it out of 2nd place. It's all kicking off here at the moment.
Yeah, it's all going Pete Tong for DJ, but the good thing for him, he's got an hour and 28 minutes to try and put that right. That's the good side of things as we see.
A bit wide.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. That was a lot wide. But in all fairness, as long as he doesn't twirl around and manages to keep himself pointed in the right direction.
Also having a good battle for 9th position. Dan is also catching up again. Racy into the pits.
Right, so there must have been a bit of a bump there that we didn't see. I'm just trying to look back on the back end of the stream just to see if there's anything there.
Just about to get his braking point correct. On the back of DJ Luke now, sandwiched between 2 GTE cars.
Yeah, it's not the easiest on these S's. You can't really. It's too much of a risk. You've got to wait until you hit them straight, or as you saw with Flip last night, try and outbrake them on the when you come down to, I think it's the carousel. The bottom
yeah, it's got a bit wide, it seems like. Keeps it on track though. DJ Luke down the inside of Math Gamer, good move from him.
It's exactly to the absolute moment the same way that Flip did last night, albeit in a different car.
See, at the front, Marcos lost it actually, and Stahl just about misses him. Where's DJ Luke?
Yeah, he was lucky to miss him there, wasn't he? DJ's 5th, but obviously he's got a bit of ground to make up. A couple of seconds, he'll probably catch up to Marcos a bit with that slip. I think you've got Red and Lonnie obviously having their little battle. There's still a couple of little battles going on there. Dan's making his way back through up to 10th, in all fairness. I think Mr. Razy in 13th again. I'm not sure what happened there. He must have had a bump of some sort. He must have come off in some way to be back there.
Van der Heide down the inside of Hiker. Getting back to the fields. He has spun out, we believe. And now he's making his way back to the field. He viewed in the beast switching positions. Doesn't matter for the standings, but Van der Heide can progress further into the field, of course, because he has the fastest car. Oh, I say that though, but he went massively wide.
Is that a race penalty on here?
No, I don't think so. The first car won, it wasn't, so I wouldn't imagine it to be in this game.
I didn't even try it on Monday night, just in case. Just in case you got a slowdown, but it didn't happen as far as I'm aware. I think having two guys, Hiker...
There's a car off. A lot of smoke. That's Van der Heide again, isn't it? It's Van der Heide, yeah.
It is. He's possibly struggling a bit there, isn't he, with this car?
Oh yeah,
what's he done? Is he pulling on?
there.
What was that all about? I'm not quite sure, right?
Looks like a snap of home there for me. Will Hiker try to make a move on an NLP car here? No, Van der Heide goes past his teammate again.
That was tight. They did well not to touch those two then. They did very well.
You see Hiker now really pressurizing Tsuki. And, oh, there's a car off. Dan off again. Dan is off.
I can imagine what he's saying.
You see Lonnie closing up to red, it seems like. Tsuki losing a bit of ground to Van der Heide, of course. Van der Heide in the faster car after making another mistake. Second mistake in his race already. And Hiker at the back of Tsuki. DJ Luke and Marcos are having a battle now. Marcos made a mistake. And DJ Luke takes 4th position off of him.
Yeah, that was a good move. He made that look effortless, didn't he? In all fairness.
Well, I was quite effortless because of course Marcos, I think he did make a mistake. So, oh, that's gonna be the roll.
He's lucky there. He stopped himself before he actually hit the tyre wall.
Of course, those tyre walls are made of stone. If you hit that, there's going to be a lot of damage. And actually, he falls into the clutches almost of his teammate, Lonnie.
It's like I say, this race is starting to spread out a little bit now. I thought, not as much as I thought it would.
Well, you say that now, because Tsuki, I do think actually, Hiker is faster. And Dan has actually made a move on Van der Heide. Van der Heide really struggling in the LMP3 car. He's getting swamped by GPE cars.
It's not having fun. It doesn't, I'm guessing obviously, but it doesn't look like he's got damage there. So I wouldn't have thought there's anything mechanically that's slowing him down just by looking, but you never know, he might be just, if he doesn't feel like comfortable in it, he might be just taking it easy, but we need to put the pedal a little bit closer to the metal.
That's why. Red, by the way, is in a really good position. He is in 5th overall in the GTE car.
Yeah,
and leading in the GTE class.
And obviously Van der Heide and Mr. Racing Real, who's probably got his work cut out today. Not the way he wanted to start this race, however that was. But we can certainly, I think he'll be working hard to try and salvage any points he can get. Now I think it's a salvage mission.
It on the back of Red.
It's definitely going to be a salvage mission there. But I think these two, looking at this, could be an interesting battle because Marcos will obviously have the straight line speed as you can see here. But I think he's going into that corner with the camber. Well, he did that well actually. He did that much better than I thought he might. But this is where it's going to happen. The corners are going to be the GTEs. I think those.
You mean
not if you do it like that though. Not if you do it like that though. Yeah, sorry. The corners will be the LMP3s going on there.
And the straights. Oh, he's gone. By the way, there's a car off.
Who are we? Who are we?
Is it Racy? No, it isn't.
No, it's Math Gamer.
Yeah,
he's gone. He's not having fun
by
the look of it. He needs to watch. He needs to watch. Oh, I thought he was going to come out then. Thankfully, he did not. I think as Racy was coming past him.
Yeah, I think he's racing over. Marcos has lost ground to Lonnie and Red. While I was looking for the car who was standing still. It is Matt Gamer.
Yeah, mean, this is the fight on the track at the moment, isn't it? It's quite intriguing. The fact that you've got these, you know, the two GTEs here, the two top GTEs.
Has he hit the wall somewhere? I think he's hit the wall. I think he's made a detrimental mistake and need to look up the third position.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to be.
Is that a retirement? Yes, it is a retirement from Scald.
Yeah, she's not picked through there. Unless they're totally invisible.
That's a retirement. Now, what has happened to Scald then?
That's not looking good.
Marcus also in the pits. Has he hit the wall too? Because of course he lost a lot of time to Lonnie and Red. But that means Red and Lonnie in GTE cars up to 4th and 5th overall.
Yeah, if you look at the cars, they weren't telling you much, were they?
Retiring from the race. I do not know for what reason, but what has happened there?
That's not looking good,
Marcus
is it?
only going from pit stop.
Yeah, he's got a pit crew out. Scott hasn't got a pit crew, so that leads to what you're saying there. It's not looking very good.
It's called out of this race. It's not quite sure of the reason. Maybe he made maybe he did a crash somewhere and just had too much damage to continue.
Yeah, there's nothing obvious, but then again, in this game, does that really matter? You never know sometimes. You never know. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. So I think we got we see Marco's just coming out of the pit there, but I think we have a replay of a bit of a mishap for him there. So we'll obviously try and bring that to you in the next few moments if we can. I will certainly tell you when that is. But as far as Scold is concerned, we're
just gone wide there.
In all fairness, I think he tried to move over there. Yeah.
It's an even Thunderhead right then. Yeah, Scott left the session.
Yeah.
Gonna be a
I'm sure he'll
retirement.
be able to tell us. I'm sure he'll probably tell us if he drops on the chat after. Just to let us
He's
know
gone
what
wide
went
again.
on.
He's really struggling in the car.
Yeah, he's not having fun at all, is he? No, not at all.
She, it's a woman.
Sorry. I meant with between Thunderhead. I didn't mean Suki's side. I meant from Thunderhead's side. Sorry, but yeah, I'm not trying to give gender reassignment to Suki at this point in time. That's for another day. But it seems surprising. They both seem to be struggling. They both
Yes,
seem to be
indeed.
struggling in those cars.
Maybe just the cars. Maybe they look like minorities. Maybe they handle like minorities. Well, they are black. Minorities are black, so that's why.
That's close.
Let's see. Meth Gamer got passed by Marcus again. Meth Gamer standing still for a long time. I'm not quite sure why. Thunderhead's gone off again.
Yeah, it's not having
Suki
fun
gets
at all.
off again as well. Like you said, he is not having fun as well. It's
He's
gonna
probably
look from bad to worse for the Beauty and the Beast team.
Not having any fun at all, are they? Right, I'm being told that Scold was disqualified.
Qualified for what? Speeding in the pit
I don't know. I'm hearing from Rip It Up that he's possibly been DQ'd. Let's have a look.
You're very quiet.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to catch up with some of the chat here just to see. So in the meantime, we've got a replay coming up. Just so we'll be able to see exactly what's what exactly happens there. So obviously you guys will get to see these replays. Give us a shout on the old chat there and give us an idea what you like. Hopefully you like all of it. That's what we'd like you to think. But at least that way we can try and bring you this technology in, try and add it in and hopefully make it a little bit better as we move along. But hopefully it makes your viewing a little bit better.
By the way, Marcus has been lapped actually by Red 15 in the GTE car.
He's having a good solid race so far, right, isn't he, to be fair?
He is, yes, he is in 4th overall in the GTE car. That's of course he capitalized on problems from other LMP cars, but really a solid driver man. By the way, Hoop, you are a bit quiet. I'm not quite sure if the people on the stream hear the same, but I can barely hear you.
I'm quiet again. Good. How's that? Is that louder? Is that Nikki louder? I don't know. I can't hear you, said Nikki louder. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. I'm not saying anymore. Well, hopefully you can all hear me now.
The field is getting a bit spread now. We still have 1 hour and 15 minutes left, and Sig Rezonico already has a 24-second lead on Itfogats.
Yeah, he's piling away, isn't he, in all fairness? It's a good solid run from him. In the meantime, Racey's trying to fight his way back through. He's into the top 10. He'll probably get through past Suki
really
now.
Struggling with a GTE car.
Yeah, didn't she just run over to the left ever so slightly there as well?
Yeah, she went massively wide there. Yeah, and Racey got past, no problem. So and now his next target is Dan, his teammate, 10 seconds up the road.
Team orders? You'd think it might come into play. You'd think it might. But the interesting thing for Racey...
Dan will not battle him. For Team standings, it's not an individual championship, of course. And of course, you need, if you're in a GTE car and you see a teammate of an LMP car behind, you're not going to hold him up. You're going to let him through and hope he can progress further into the field so you get more team points. And that's what it all cares about in this championship.
So obviously Racey now, from 8th position, in front of him he has 4 GTE cars. So he's got to be looking at that and thinking, I've got an hour and a quarter left. He's got to be trying to aim for 4th at least. I think the top 3, probably, barring disaster, are realistically out of reach. But
Red is a really consistent driver and he's not going to be easy to pass, even in a GTE car. Just like Ferrari got on the podium, I think.
Ferrari was imperious in all fairness, wasn't he?
Yeah, at Long Beach. Of course, it's not really a track where the LMP cars really stand out, of course, because it's a very, very tight track.
It's definitely a tighter circuit. But if you look at the lap times, if you're looking down at those, if you look at Red's lap time in a GTE, 1:31.2. Apart from, he's not as far off. I do forgets doing a 31.5 last out. He's certainly putting those laps down. I can see Racey doing 1:28.2. He's third fastest on the track, isn't he? DJ's the second fastest, with Sig putting in the fastest lap at 27.9.
Marcos, who has been lapped, is now trying to unlock himself from Red.
That's quite interesting. You're going to outbrake him?
Speeding in the pit lane, yeah, that might, I already thought it was speeding in the pit lane. A really harsh penalty, because normally it gives you only 10 seconds. And it's called disqualified for speeding in the pit lane. It's, yeah, of course we have to slow down. I felt that yesterday in GT3, I wasn't really aware of where the pit speed limiter line was. And I was really scared that I would cross it too fast, and it was just about stopped in time. But of course, this track is really harsh on pit entry limit. He might have gone way too fast into the pit lane, and oh my God, that's been punished. That's been punished with the ultimate prize. And now, actually, Marcus has to let him pass formally, because of course he is a lapped car still.
Yeah, true. As far as race etiquette goes, that is the right thing to be doing.
So Marcus is doing the right thing. So he has to find a safe way to get past Red again, because of course, if he hits off Red, if there's going to be an incident, it's all Marcus' fault. We got some early pit stops actually, really early pit stops. Suki coming in as well. Maybe for damage, because he was really struggling, so might have hit something somewhere.
Yeah, but only 20 minutes in, you're not expecting anyone to be pitting yet, are you? Let's be fair, you're probably thinking about certainly 3/4 of an hour in before somebody's actually going to pit. I think Racey's, obviously Dan's let him past, as you would expect that to happen. So he's up into 7th, he's got to try and close the gap now on the next 3 in front of him, I think. I think for Dan it's a case of still getting to know you.
The gap is only 8 seconds, and yeah, it's already dropping. Of course, Hiker will not be able to fight off racy, very long, locking up there actually, with a right front tire. Of course, only traction control on this car, really pure driver, no ABS on the car, so respect for that.
Yeah, he's a good smooth driver. In fairness, you look at some of these guys. Once they get into what I would consider a rhythm, if that's the right way of terming it. Once they get into their flow, into their groove, then some of these guys are hard to stop. I think Sig comes into that category very well.
Yeah, I do think Sig is dominating at the moment. 32 seconds up the road of it Forgets.
DJ at the back. DJ's at the back of ID Forgets, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ish.
Oh no!
Oh, he was.
He just lost it, actually. All the power he made up, he's lost again. Of course, he has a massive lead on Red 15, also almost 30 seconds, so it will not cost him. But of course, it will cost him if he wants a second place.
Yeah, with an hour and 10 minutes left, you've got enough time to just gradually reel him in, if he can, without having to take.
Of course.
Yeah, easier said than done, obviously.
He is lapping faster than it Forgets, but he has the stronger pace. But of course, he has to keep it on the track and keep it together. One mistake and it's all over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how fast you are, consistency is the key when it comes to the race, I think. Within reason, of course. There's no point being 5 seconds a lap worse. But if there's within a second, within half a second, if you can keep it on the track all the time and just get into a groove, then you've got every chance of doing quite well here, I think.
Thunderhead is now also at the back of Dan on only 7/10.
Yeah, you can see him obviously getting past, I would imagine, but might be a little bit further around. Don't know whether he'll get the pace here now. Interesting looking at the line that Dan's got here. He needs to move over to the left a bit.
You can get multiple lines to those corners, so it doesn't really matter during the race.
Yeah,
Thunderhead will of course have it in a moment, but Thunderhead is really struggling in the LMP car, it seems like. He's had a lot of mistakes already, and he has to keep on track if he wants to get past Thunderhead.
Yeah, he's not finding it easy, is he?
Or again in the pits, massive damage at the front.
What's going on?
Suki has maybe he set a mistake, maybe, Thunderhead has gone past Dan.
Yeah. I know they work a lot together with Suki and Thunderhead in terms of getting their settings right for the cars. I'm just wondering if they've had some sort of issue with losing information, losing settings or something like that. It just seems somewhat surprising that they are both really out of sorts.
It Forgets comes up to let Dan in the moment, while we see the battle racy pressurizing Hiker. It must not be big of a thing for him, of course. It's a GTE car, but of course make no mistakes and just wait for the opportunity. Just be patient, and it's all going to be okay when you're behind a GTE car.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be academic at some point, isn't it? Doesn't matter who you are, unless you've got somebody like Cash or Pirelli sat in it, of course, in which case that probably adds about an extra 100 HP. But I think he'll wait for his moment here, I think. Let's have a look. It's going to be tight, I think.
If you are going to rush it, you're only going to risk of more mistakes.
There he goes.
As quick as possible.
Is he going to try and outbrake him here or not? No.
Of course he is.
Oh, he did. Oh!
He outbraked himself, actually.
Yeah, that's a wide, isn't it?
Getting notified the share plate stops in a few minutes, so
I'm going to be jettisoned. Jettisoned out into space again like Alien like last night. Is he going to go here?
Yeah, I think you can keep it around the outside easily here. No, actually not.
Racing did the outbraking.
He's really patient, of course, no risk.
There we go, yeah, that's...
Did he brake too late? Is he gonna make the corner? Yes, he is. Good move from him.
That's where it comes into its own though, doesn't it? In those terms, the braking and the actual physical accelerating into and out of the corners, that's where it comes with these guys. It just becomes such a completely different car to the GTE.
Yeah, on the corners and of course on the straights, it's the GTE car which is equal to the LMP car, but in the corners the LMP car is in a really good, strong position.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it intriguing. Depending on the course, obviously, when you're at somewhere like Circuit de la Sarthe in Le Mans, where you got very long straights, then that really made it more likely for the GTE car to be able to race on an equal footing. Whereas I think the more technical tracks really lend themselves more to the LMP.
Excuse me? Yeah, of course, on the straights there, it's not really a big difference, of course. I think GT might actually be a bit more fast than the LMP cars, of course, because the LMPs have a lot more downforce and that's slowing them down on the straights.
And that's what makes this class intriguing, I think it's good. You can have a race within a race, can't you?
Yes, and of course you have two classes here. It's all about the teams, not about the individual driver, so it's all about the car as well. And I think it's really fair how this championship is going. And I think Suzuki's gone off again. Yes, he has. Has she hit the wall again?
Yeah, looking at the front of that car, I think that's it.
She's really struggling, and I'm not quite sure how long can she continue like this.
That's not looking good.
Of course, we remember last week she just showed us all about commitment. Something every driver here can learn about. She had a massive crash with Scald, and actually she had massive damage, and it was supposed to be a DNF.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she
to carry on
kept
and complete the race.
On.
Yeah, which is the right way to do it. I mean, it's a thing in motorsport, isn't it? It's an unwritten rule in it. I think any form of motorsport, particularly. Whereas, unless the car is absolutely, well and truly incapable of completing a race, then you don't quit. Oh, what the heck? What the heck went on there?
Matt Gamer. I think Matt Gamer lost it. And he skipped Marcus.
It looked as if he'd moved out the way to begin with. Marcos went to go through. I'm going to try and have a look at that.
If you can get a replay of that, it'll be nice.
Yeah, I've just managed to get a second look at that, and he goes off. I think he loses control and then swings back in. But obviously, if we can get a replay to show you that, guys, we will.
Matt Gamer actually was on the curb, and his car jumped on the curb. It looked like that.
Yeah, he certainly lost control of it, didn't he?
And he's dropped from 3rd to 6th position. To 7th actually. He's going to be overtaken by Hyper as well.
That can't be a tactical move, surely. 30 minutes in,
maybe he is by then. It's going to be close actually between Dan and Diesel Luke. But I do think
Is that
Luke...
drive-through? No, it wasn't, was it?
No, he was in the pits. He made a pit stop.
So what was that actually? Did he have damage? Maybe he had some minor damage and he thought. So hopefully. So what we should be able to see is we should hopefully get you a little replay of what we could see earlier with Marcos.
Suzuki in the pits again. That's her 3rd pit stop.
Yeah, this is not looking good, is it? It's not looking good at all. In the meantime, that makes Dan happy because he's up to 8th.
But of course, he is pressurized by Thunderhead. Again, actually, this is not the first time. Thunderhead keeps getting past and keeps making mistakes, and then just can sweep past him again. But
it goes past and then relinquishes.
Thunderhead wants to get the position and drive away, and that's the most ideal solution.
That's gone wide. That's gone way too wide there. That was cost him. But
that is not cost him. Yeah, he's leaving him. He's letting him past. Of course, in a GT where you cannot do a lot, unless you're called Ferrari or Red.
Yeah, there's no point trying to find too much. But we've got a replay going on, obviously, where we get to see what went on with Marcos, and as you can see from that, I think he lost control of the Ferrari. I think, and obviously Marcos thought he could get through there, but he probably thought he'd moved over. Marcos went for what was the tarmac, and obviously then got back in and took him out. So
There's nothing Marcus could do. Of course, you're not going to slow down for that. Oh,
no,
Marcus. I do think he's got some damage actually, because that's a really interesting spin.
Yeah, he saved himself a little bit in terms of. See, I was led to believe that the LMP3s are absolutely burning these tyres.
He's gonna watch out for red. I mean, sick.
Yeah, I think he saw him coming because I thought he slowed right down. I think he saw him coming from the right hand side. Yeah, I'm just looking at that again. Yeah, he did. He saw him. Thankfully. I think that's the only thing that had ever stopped Sig from winning this race the way it's going at the moment.
Almost 1 minute ahead of everyone.
That's impressive, isn't it?
He said just no, he just has free air all along. Tsuki, what is going on? From hero to zero actually. It's
yeah, that's a trundle, isn't it? That's a trundle. That's looking like I'm not going to complete this race. Without being rude, that's looking like if she's really struggling to control that car, then in all fairness, I think she's doing the right thing there by trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah, but she is not giving up, of course. Of course, last week she showed us all what it's like to not give up, and we can all learn from that. Actually, a lot of drivers can learn from that.
Yeah, you certainly can't.
Commitment and trying to finish the season and finish every race, whatever the cost.
Yeah, she's definitely not a towel thrower, that's for certain.
Let's see, DJ Luke catching back up to Hiker, and Racy already at the back of Lonnie.
He's going to take it, probably do it at the end of these S's, I think, just when they come in to do the outbreaking him here.
He's quite far away.
That's where he does it.
But of course, we can wait really late with LMP, guys.
It's the same move with, like I say, with flip. And obviously, I know in the race last night, I think it was yourself that he tapped, and that's the one time I think that I remember in the race that he actually got it wrong. And the good thing was, at least he showed the sportsmanship, which is what you would expect.
Really on the back of Hiker. Oh, there's contact. There's contact.
Oh no!
Hiker did a look on the inside, and it looked like he. Oh, yeah, straight into the pits. Straight into the pits.
Yeah,
that was really hard hitting the wall.
See, I've just seen that again, and I don't see the angle I've got is not really good. It's not conclusive at all. Thankfully, it's happened. Hopefully, we can get another look at that. That'd be awesome if we can get another little look at that for you guys at home. I couldn't really see too much movement from Hiker's car, if I'm honest. I don't know whether, again, the angle wasn't really very conclusive, unfortunately.
Lost the rear wing.
Yeah, it looks different like that, I must admit. Probably affects the downforce.
I think he's also lost it at the fast right-hander, and maybe hit the back into the wall.
Yeah, that's certainly.
By the way, your leader is in. Sig is gonna go. He can just make a free pit stop and just drive off into the sunset again. We still have 11 seconds to it forgets, 10 seconds now, and it forgets might not be able to even catch him up, and Sigurdsson just makes a free pit stop.
Yeah, was that again? He's probably looked at that and thought, look, I've
or does he? He will come out of front.
He's going to be tight. He's going to let him go. He's going to have to let him go, is he? No,
Sigurdsson will retain the lead.
So I think we've got to. We'll stay with this for a moment, because obviously there might be a little bit of a battle going, but when the moment arises, we'll see if we can give it a little replay.
Sigurd's got a penalty, 10 seconds.
It's going to be a pit. It's going to be a pit lane, isn't it?
Pit lane speed penalty. Thunderhead also in the pits. Of course, new front rear wing fitted on the car.
So I think we've got. I think we've been able to see that with DJ. Again, when you see them two, no, it's definitely the Porsche that moves across. It's definitely the Porsche that moves across. definitely.
So we'll be hiker then. Suki in the pits
not by much.
Oh,
Not by much,
she's run
in all
off our pit
fairness.
crew. There's been a massive chance into the pit lane. She's run off our pit crew. That must be a broken foot.
I've seen everything in this game now. I mean, are they Predator style? They are. No, they're not quite Predator style. Most of the pit crews last night were Predator style, when you could basically see through them.
Spooky. Everything has gone from bad to worse. She's hit her pit crew. The pit crew is screaming in agony.
And they're definitely not going to change their tyres.
No, I don't think the pit crew will be all too happy with that.
I don't think they'll be too happy. That's one of those things, but hey, these things happen.
Marco's on the back of Meth Gamer, really close there, side by side, and Marco's got past, and Meth Gamer goes straight to the pits, and will he be able to slow it down on time? I do think he did. He didn't get a penalty, so I do think he just about made that. It looked really risky. He's come practicing.
It is really awkward. It is really awkward, that pit lane. In all fairness, I don't think it's really clear as to where the slowdown point is. Because you're coming down the main straight.
Also for me yesterday, it was quite hard to spot. I didn't check it out in the practice before the race. We're having some share play issues, so of course Hoof cannot really see what's going on, but I will tell you what's going on. Racy on the back of Red, and Racy will try to dive to the inside already. And Red lets him past. And Racy has the third position in NLP3.
I'm sure he watched Flip last night, because he's pulling the identical move. He's pulling the identical move that Flip did. So
well, it's just a corner where that move you can do the move easily. So
you've got that corner.
It's not really a Flip trademark.
You've certainly got that.
Suki is still into the pit lane. Actually, Meth Gamer did get a penalty, so he did go too fast in the pit lane. Also 10 seconds for Meth Gamer.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a... There must be massive damage in there.
Yeah, finally the pit crew have gone for a substitute pit crew, because the other pit crew just left her because they didn't want to service her anymore after being run over. So
C6 penalty as well. He's going to put the pressure on him a bit as well.
Suki now back out on track, and let's see. She must have a setup mistake, maybe even a setup glitch. It looks like, because this is really I'm not using that from her, especially from last week, but it's so good.
It's certainly not a done thing. It's certainly not in line with what we used to from her, is it?
No, she was really strong last week, but unfortunately this week not going well for her. Maybe it's just the GTE cars which are not really suiting her driver style.
No, I mean, in all fairness, they've been
a bit wide there.
That's okay. I'm visual again. Yay! I'm sure you'll be happy to know. But hey,
massive lockup into the last corner, and actually he's gonna be left by Lonnie in a moment.
Yeah, he's coming around now. I think he's the sensible thing is he moved across there to give him a chance to get through.
What did he do?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's done the right thing there to move over.
He went to the inside first.
Yeah, he went one side then the other, didn't he?
Yeah. DJ Luke now right on the back of Dan. He might be able to make a move into this corner, of course. Yeah, he's already got past.
Too much.
Then,
I don't think he put up too much resistance there. It's pretty futile, isn't it, to put up too much resistance to that.
Yeah, this is of course a team championship. You got to think about the team. Racy is now in a good position, right at the back of.
Yeah, I do forget.
Yeah, actually coming up to let him.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's
I'm expecting a massive lift off from Dan in the moment. Yeah. Oh, he's actually hit the cones. Oh, the cones actually fly off into the distance. But yeah, I do not think he will get a lot of damage from that.
Yeah,
he's going sick fast as well. A bit more interesting though, but
yeah, made him work a little bit for it, didn't he?
And this is actually sick. Lapping Dan for the second time. and he's coming up to lap the third placed man.
Tell you what's interesting to look at with how Sig races. He's quite smooth. He's quite a smooth racer in all fairness. There's no heavy braking particularly. I just kind of like the way the guy drives. It's something you can learn from, certainly if you're me. Look at the lap
he's really a
times.
good driver, of course. All good drivers here, and of course, but Sig really in the class of his own. He's 13 seconds ahead of Itvergets, and Itvergets is still yet to pit.
But look at those lap times though. 25.9 for Sig against the field.
Yeah, fresh tires, of course, on 6 car.
True. It's still impressive. I don't think anyone else has got close to that at any point in the race.
Run? Let's say 40 liters, and Itvergets 19, so he will have to pit.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm wondering if Sig
He didn't go for
decided
the
to
full
go.
pit stop. He didn't go for the full fuel load. He got for the half fuel load and tries to refuel midway through the race. Is it really risky? Because of course your pit stop will be a lot longer.
I'm just wondering if Sig originally had a one-stop strategy, but obviously because he built up such a big lead, he went in for that, and then thought, right, okay, I'll take the gamble on that. I might be able to do 2 and still be able to do okay, because everybody else has got to go in and pit, so he will have the benefit of having fresher tyres every 30 minutes. Certainly a good strategy if he can do it.
There's a car's gone off. That was Marcos, who's made a mistake there. Made another mistake.
There's been quite a few in this race, hasn't there? Quite eventful.
Yeah, I think it's a really tricky track for these cars.
I think it's a tricky track all around, if I'm quite honest with you, Vector. In truth, I found, again, this is my own personal opinion, but I found it was easier to just try and be consistent rather than to try and be quick. Oh,
Matt Gamer has gone off. He's got a 50-second lead over Thunderhead, though. Oh, he's not able to find a way back.
That lead, isn't he? I think he's going on a beach.
There's the track, mate. Yep, there's the track. You found it.
Yeah, that's such a great
There's a massive strange car to the S's as well. Who are they? Dan, Red, and that is Marcos. No, it wasn't actually. Oh, he's locked up into the pit lane. Into the wall. Of course, it might not matter a lot on race pace with the damage, but of course, if you have damage, the pit stop will take a bit longer.
Yeah, did you slow down enough into there? Yeah, he's still yellow, isn't he?
I do think, yeah, you don't see it when I'm looking at him, and you will only see it when he exits the pits, of course. Thunderhead in again. It's not gone well for him. Yuki and the B is now 11th and 12th, and Suki, it looks like she's hit the wall again somewhere.
Yeah, that's looking.
No, there goes another sign.
Yeah, I think, forgive the pun, but I think that's a sign of the times. They're not having any fun here at all. I don't think she's going to be a happy bunny in that car at the moment.
This moment, they're both not really beauties at the moment. They're both kind of driving like a beast.
Yeah, it's rather beastly for them, this race, isn't it?
It's not gone beautifully good for them, no. Thunderhead also really struggling. This is also his 5th pit stop or something. Marcos also in the pits, also not his first time.
They might be going for a record of pit stops between them, I think, tonight. Certainly looking
We will
that
see,
way.
of course, at the end of the race. Can we already see how much pit stops they have? No, we can't, unfortunately. But I think, my guess is Suki already had 4 pit stops or 5 pit stops.
Yeah,
and
certainly.
it might be a glitch on her car, of course.
Yeah, it's certainly not like her usual pattern of driving, that's for certain.
Something is going on with that car, and it's really sad to see because, of course, she's a really good driver. Last week went really good for her, and this is not the way you want to be racing your race.
I think she moved over there deliberately like that because I just think she's. No, I think she's resigned to accepting her lot in this race. I think that's a fair way of putting it.
Well, she's not really going to catch up anymore. She is 6 minutes behind Thunderhead.
Yeah, that's a bit of a nightmare. But again,
and Thunderhead is 6 minutes behind Roof. Roof? No, not roof. Sick. I was reading the. Yeah, it's been a long week.
You're trying to do two things at once.
There's the roof. Well, it's been a long week, so I'm mixing up a lot of things. I did have a fighter.
So he's trying to unlap one of his unlappings.
He's trying to unlap himself, actually, yeah. But he will still be a lot of laps behind Hiker, even if he unlaps himself. He does have the higher pace, but Hiker does not have to leave him let him pass.
He's gonna go. No. Oh, that was tight. That was tight.
He's making a lot of risks. Of course, he is the left car. Hiker is now in 5th position overall and 2nd in GTE. Thunderhead must not make a mistake here, because that will be a really big requirement.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to do that at the end of the day. Oh, no, he's gone. Oh,
it's a big crash.
Actually, that helped him out massively. The banking helped him out massively. That's like hitting a golf shot and hitting a tree and coming back. That helped him hugely, didn't it? Didn't that help him massively?
That has saved his race.
Wow, not half. Definitely.
Well, that's gonna be an iconic image we're gonna use.
He's got to go back. He's got to go back at some point and kiss that. Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him. He's definitely hit him. Definitely.
I think he lost.
I think he lost contact. Yeah, he's
sick round.
What's he done there? Yeah, that's definitely Thunderhead.
Yeah. Thunderhead made contact with Hiker, right into the wall, and then right in front of Sig, and Sig couldn't brake anymore. And I do hope Sig has got no damage. I don't think so. It didn't look like a small hard hit. But he has 1 minute and 20 seconds is the gap to Racing Wheel, and he has lapped everyone at least once.
They really are having a nightmare here.
I don't think he has damage though. Maybe just a scheduled pit stop. But Thunderhead taking all the risks here, and I do think it's a bit reckless from him there.
Yeah, he definitely lost. He definitely lost that completely. Again, he may just be really struggling with his car. I don't know whether. I mean, again, this is something you might be able to tell me a little bit about. When he gets really close to the back of a car, I think this goes with any kind of racing, but obviously it's downforce effects there, and it looked like his front end that he lost rather than the rear. And I'm just wondering if that comes into play when that's happening like that.
Of course it comes into play, but alright, we'll watch a replay now first. I'm not quite sure when it pops up on screen, but it will probably pop up on screen really soon.
Let's have a look. So we're looking at Dan at the moment. Obviously, again from Dan's perspective, if he finished in 7th, I think he'd take that right now. I think he would take that. But in terms of the replay, looking obviously at the guys, where you see, yeah, it was just, it almost appeared that Thunderhead didn't brake coming into the S's there. It looked as if he didn't brake, but luckily it was only himself rather than Hiker that got any of the damage from it. But then of course Sig is then coming around. I don't know whether then Thunderhead is moving back in onto the track. Sig has got absolutely no chance, because at that point he's not in a braking zone anyway. So is that scheduled pit? That's a scheduled stop.
It's a scheduled pit stop for Red. Just back to 5th overall and still is 1st in the GTE class with 1 minute ahead of Lonnie actually. The gaps are massive here.
That's a nice buffer to have, isn't it?
But this race has been the race of the massive gaps. Just look at the gap. Let's just take a look at all the gaps. Sig Monaco, 1 minute and 23 seconds in front of Racing Wheel. Between Racing Wheel and Little Gap, it's half a minute. And just look at the gaps. 40 seconds. Well, it's still quite close between Luke and Red, and also Lonnie not far behind Red. Only 4 seconds there, but the rest of the gaps are massive. Dan and Hiker are still going for a battle, but Math Gamer almost 2 seconds, 2 minutes as well off Hiker.
But there's certainly more spread. The thing that I think might be a bit early to be asking for driver of the day, but Sig is obviously a definite candidate. because it's been quite imperious from him. In all fairness, his lead would be even bigger were it not for the unfortunate tete-a-tete with Thunderhead a lap or so ago. So I think you've got to put him in there. The other person that I've just given him the kiss of death. He's got new tyres though, surely.
Maybe just, of course, boredom. Well, not really boredom, but repetitiveness. And of course, staying focused is really hard in these kind of conditions.
And it's easy in this car. It's easy in this car to lose the back. But I think, as I was saying about from the driver of the day perspective, considering the start he had and considering the position he was in, I think Mr. Real's got to put himself in amongst it, getting back into second from being last.
If he can retain that second place, it's got to be really good for him. Really good comeback from Racing Real.
It's certainly a point salvaging exercise. It's been very good.
Yes, his teammate Dan is now in 7th overall and 3rd in the GTE class. They will back some decent points, but of course, Steam Stars and Strikes dominating with 1st in GTE and 1st in LMP again.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid showing from them, but wouldn't you just expect that without being rude?
Lonnie is only 4 seconds behind Red, so it's still to play for.
It's definitely there. We're just under the 40-minute mark now, so.
And Lonnie is pushing. He's only 2/10 of his best lap time in the race so far. Red has done a 1:41 last lap, and Lonnie's done a 1:31. That was because of Red's pit stop, of course, but still, Lonnie. Let's take a look at the lap time actually. What lap time will Red set? It's gonna be a 30.3, really fast from him. Fastest lap from him actually, and Lonnie 31.4. Red was 1 second quicker that lap, and of course also his fastest lap of the race so far.
It's a solid lap, that, isn't it?
Really solid lap, 4/10 faster than what he did previously.
Hiker, I think, is at the back of Dan at the moment.
Yeah, only 8/10 is a gap. Dan's gone into the pits. Now, he might be able to, he will retain 8th position because Mav Gamer is 1.5 minutes back.
There's some massive gaps there, isn't there?
But Marcos in the LMP car, 10th overall, not having a good day. Actually, being overtaken by Thunderhead.
That's a wide.
Thunderhead has taken all the risks in this race, side by side with someone who's left him.
Oh, no.
And Marcos lost the back end.
Was that Marcos losing that? Did he lose that himself?
Yes, it was quite clear. Marcos lost the back end himself. Thunderhead was not at fault for that. But Thunderhead, he is taking so much risk. It's no point because he is 1 minute behind Marcos. He has just unlapped himself, but he's put in Marcos and his own race in jeopardy.
Yeah, there's nothing to gain from it, is there? You know, if you're fighting on the same lap, if you're fighting for position, then there's points at stake. But if you're not, there's everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Of course, I would just stay behind, and if maybe Marcos made a mistake, I would of course go past and try to run away. But if there's nothing more to win, I don't see him catching up 1 minute.
There's, like I say, there's only things to lose, nothing to gain, is there?
It's not worth that risk of running side by side for the S's. Of course it's fun, but not for Marcos, because of course he's just one trying to consolidate those points and catching up to Mav Gamer.
I think the word really, without being rude, becomes reckless. It's because there's only anything. It's like, without repeating myself too often, there's absolutely no point to it. There's okay, fight, battle,
Lonnie
yeah,
and Red having a good battle. Red is struggling. He's letting Lonnie pass.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a bit of lag there actually.
Yeah.
Red, not stable internet.
That was very much a weird way of taking that corner. Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely that.
I know I shouldn't, but that just looks very, very odd. That just looks incredibly odd.
Look at the steering position on it. That's not how you drive a car, mate. But Suki.
Oh, Suki
has made massive contact with the wall.
I don't think anyone and all credit to her. I know we said it before, but I don't think anyone would actually begrudge this woman going into the pits and going, you know what, I don't think this car's really got much left, but give her all the credit on the planet.
It's gonna be another pit stop for her. That's gotta be her 6th or 7th pit stop.
It has to be. It has to be there. In the meantime, you've got Red and Lonnie. They're having their own little private battle. I think it's the only battle out there at the moment, isn't it?
Well, of course, also Marcos and Meth. A meth gamer. Not meth with like the drugs. Meth like calculating things and stuff. Marcos is catching up to him. Of course, he is in an MP3 car. Meth gamer is in the GTE car. Not doing bad. But Marcos also really struggling. I think there might be a few setup glitches because, of course, Suki having a lot of trouble. We're not used to that from her. And Marcos also having a lot of trouble, and as well Thunderhead, but Thunderhead is just taking risks everywhere. He's driving quite recklessly today.
Yeah,
and also, not his first time, because of course also in Formula Renault there have been a few inquiries with Thunderhead, but
yeah, I don't think it's been his most suspicious of races, in all fairness. But again, I think between the two of them, it's been a bit of a nightmare, hasn't it? I don't think that's too strong a word.
This is for the lead of the GTE class. Red and Lonnie. Lonnie's got past Red. Red has made a mistake, we believe, because Lonnie got past really easily there. Racing's in the pits, and it forgets he takes 2nd place overall. So Racy will come out in front of DJ Luke. 3rd position, really good comeback from him. We've got 34 minutes left into this race. A little bit more than half an hour. And it's all kicking off here because Red is hounding the back of Lonnie, albeit a bit laggy. I do hope his internet will stand tall and keep him in this race.
Yeah, he's certainly laggy going around the corners. You can see the way he's going around. It's like a dodger. But if he stays in, then that's all well and good. Which is the main thing.
Do apologize for that, parents can be absolute jabber sometimes.
There's certainly sometimes you can get some issues into this, but the main thing is that he's staying in there. Whether that's a weather system that's playing havoc with our streaming, I'm not so sure. There are some things we can't control, I'm afraid. If it was, it'd be sunny in my back garden every single day. But at the moment, no. Like I say, Red's holding up. He's holding him, managing to hold on for the moment, just to see what's going on here. Again, just trying to look at that gap. It's trying to tell me he's close, but what is going on there? That's probably...
Red really lagging, of course. We've seen this more often of him. A lot of lagging problems with internet.
It can be a bit of a nightmare. I mean, the way that I would look at it is, fortunately, he's got nobody near him trying to overtake him. Because that's a horrible situation if you ever find yourself in that one, where you've got a car that's laggy in front of you. It's horrible.
Or behind you, of course, because Lonnie might be looking behind, really nervous, because of course, if Red makes a move and there's going to be a lag spike, there can be a massive incident.
Yeah, that can be horrible, because obviously, normally it doesn't lead to anything good, does it? So as you see Thunderhead coming out of the pits for the 973rd time. Probably a slight exaggeration on my part, but I'm sure he'll forgive me for that. It's probably the most pit stops he's ever done in a race.
Another Suki.
Yeah, I think they're having a private battle there. He's got... Oh, he held that. He did well then.
It was lag.
Yeah, I'm hoping it... Well, not that I'm hoping it was, but obviously in terms of the grand scheme of things, you're hoping it's lag rather than running aground. This is going to be... This is going to be awkward. So he's coming in. He's coming into the pit. 6 already gone. 2 minutes and 18 second lead. Which is phenomenal.
Suki is almost 20 minutes behind.
Yes. fair play again for staying out there. 12th position. I can't remember how many points off the top of my head. Is that 4? Off the top of my head? Or might be 3 actually. 3 and 12. 13th probably gets 2. Right, this is where you hope that there's no lag. Because this could be a good little battle. As long as it's allowed to be that. That's all you want. Certainly for both drivers now. Because obviously on here it's telling us that there's 9 seconds gap between them. You can quite obviously see by looking at that picture, there's probably less than a second.
The gap is 3/10.
You can probably see it much better than me. Yeah. Oh. I've just had an update there telling me that 12th place is 5 points, so hey, that's not to be sniffed at. It's still 5 points. That could mean a position come the end of the year, the end of the championship. So fair play to Suki for seeing that out. There's certainly a few things going on. It's been an eventful week, in all fairness, hasn't it?
Really eventful week, really tricky track of course, a lot of gaps, Thunderhead, again in the pits, again.
Yeah, this is... I think the will to live would be rapidly evaporating, wouldn't it?
Well, the
you've got
will
to give
to
them
race.
both credit. Yeah, you've got to give them both credit, to be fair.
It's gonna be points, of course, it's a team championship, and as team you gotta stand tall to win.
Like I say, every point matters, and a certain game show used to say what the points mean, prizes, probably before your time if I'm honest, but I'm showing my age there.
Probably before my time, and probably also quite emotionally because I'm not British.
See, you've got to have some things to be thankful for, haven't you? And that's 2. You're younger than me, and you're not British.
The Red is still on the back of Lonnie. Lonnie doing a really good job. Came out of nowhere actually, because Red he was set for the lead at GTE, but Lonnie was actually pressed up right back.
It's certainly a good little fight, isn't it? It's
quite hard to see, of course, because of the lag, but
I think Thunderhead is saying that the AI is driving his car. He's also said something else, but I can't repeat that on here. But he doesn't know what the heck is going on. Let's put it that way. That's the way I can translate that. Certainly.
You checked something in the chat? I kind of missed that.
Oh,
there's one more contact. There's contact. Lonnie round. Red has hit Lonnie off.
And a good evening. Yeah, he's basically said, Thunderhead's basically said that he took over after his pit stop. When he did the last pit stop, the AI is technically driving his car.
He's turned off. He's turned on.
Oh, they've had a bump. What's happened with what exactly happened there with Lonnie? Yes. With Lonnie and Lonnie and
Red is hitting. Red has hit Lonnie and that.
Did.
I'm not quite sure if it was lag. It's quite hard to see.
Yeah, it was. I just
happened?
We might have a replay of that. We might well have a replay of that, but it's certainly. I can only think it was lag. Really, all of the evidence that we've seen beforehand would lead us to begin to think that that's got to be from a lag perspective. I can't see those two guys with the experience that they've got and in the position that they were in being succumbing to. Oh, yeah. If I'm looking at Thunderhead there coming out, if you look at the way he comes out of the pit, it's actually the way that he leaves the pit crew.
There was AI-like, yeah.
Yes, it very much is. How odd. Suki goes off again. Well, I think Suki didn't go off. I think Suki moved over onto the. So what have we got here now? So we've got Sig coming into the pits, which his will be his scheduled pit stop again on the just over the 30-minute mark again.
Second pit stop.
Yeah, which again is perfect, isn't it? First, after 30 minutes, having built up a huge lead. Second, 30 minutes later, having built up an even bigger lead. So I believe we've got a replay for you, just having a look there. You can have a look yourself to see what happens there. Hopefully you get a decent view. Because obviously from our perspective, the first time round, it was certainly interesting, but it's to me, it's got to be from a lag perspective. It's certainly got to be from a lag perspective, and again, you know, having the benefit of looking at that as they came under the Toyota bridge, pretty much coming in there.
Has Marcos crashed with Suki?
Actually, looking at that again, it doesn't look laggy from where we are into that, but the way it looks on there, and it'd be worth looking at again later on, guys, if looking at the stream yourselves.
Dude, the look has gone off. Dude, the look off. It will get to take third position all again.
It's basically chucked it all. We basically put it all in a tombola machine and given it a good shake up, haven't we, really? I think that's the way this race has gone.
Along with the left-hander, and if he gets up to third again. Also, I saw Matt Gamer make a really interesting pit exit. He didn't get a penalty of that, maybe it's only a warning. And it gets also 10-second penalty. 10-second penalty for it gets.
I think the big winner here, with everything that's gone on, apart from the start, he's had Mr. Racing has had a pretty solid race. Apart from the start, which is
then back
other than that, he's not been involved in much, has he? Since he's just basically gone about his business, trundling around. Maybe trundling's probably giving him a disservice, but in all fairness, you look at some of these lap times; they're scattered all over the show.
This has to be the most scattered race I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's quite. I mean, even without Suki and Thunderhead, who probably had personal nightmares without being horrible to them.
Can't find his pit crew, it seems.
Yeah, well, they can't find him. I'm not sure which way round this is. He should know where his pits are, or is he just...
Is he a stop-go penalty?
That's possible. That's certainly possible. Because he's shot off away there. He's certainly got an invisible pit crew.
See DJ Luke in as well. He's made a mistake somewhere. Maybe he's hit the wall somewhere or hit something else, hit another driver. But Rev up to 4th position again.
That's what I say, this is... Over here in England, the saying is, this certainly has set the cat amongst the pigeons. There may be other sayings elsewhere in Europe, but it's certainly thrown everything everywhere, hasn't it?
It's a really mixed race, I must say.
Because you would have thought, about the only thing that has possibly gone to plan is probably SIG, in all fairness. I think most people may have started tonight, and if there was a bookmaker offering odds on this race, I think he would possibly have been the man that they would have given best odds on winning the race.
What do you think of Scald then?
Yeah, he certainly would have been in there too, but I think the way that the race has gone is, I think...
That was a green car.
I like the way SIG races. Same with DJ. You would have put DJ. DJ would have been short odds as well. I think without being disrespectful to Razy or to anyone else, I think Scald, SIG, and DJ would have been the three that I would have put certainly as my top three. I'm not saying which order I'd have put those three in, but I'd have certainly put them there.
Well, I would think Itzvik is also in the list. Of course, he's won a race in Long Beach. Also against all odds, really surprising, but still, it was a really good win. Pure on race pace.
Again, in all fairness to him, he's a good solid racer.
Matt Gamer, 1 lap later, he comes in again with a battered car.
Yeah, I don't think it's going very well for him. I think that's an understatement.
50-second penalty, actually.
Oh my god, what's he done to get that?
Well, the gaps are actually so big that 50-second penalty will not take away his position.
No, I think maybe that's why it's such a big penalty. Because I think the game does do that, doesn't it? It will kind of equate the penalty to where you are in the race.
I do not think so. No, that's not the case.
Because I've had the only reason why I'm saying that is before I've had differing penalties for different things. Sometimes I've had 30-odd second penalties, which seem a bit obscure. Thankfully, not in GAVRA races though.
Now we are actually watching an AI drive because from that, I think the mistake Van had made is he's turned on swap driver, and if you turn on swap driver, you can swap between other drivers, also between other players who share the same car, but also between AI driver, and the AI difficulty level is on 0, so this makes for quite dangerous.
Yeah, that's going to be horrible because Suki's looking to go past it.
But has Suki the same problem? I think Suki's still driving herself.
Yeah, that's really weird to see.
No, I think Suki has the same mistake. I think Suki has the same problem. Both drivers have the same problem. Do they?
They're both very pedestrian, aren't they?
Does this look like an AI drive?
It looks very pedestrian, doesn't it? It doesn't look like a Suki drive. Not to me.
I do think there's a two glitched cars. Mark goes in again, and
Oh, what is going on? What is going on there? I mean, there's turned his car into a sidewinder. I know we're in the desert, but that's really rather random. That is really random, isn't it? That is.
That's not how pit stops work, mate. Still 50-second penalty, not gained, but.
I don't think he's going to be moving from there. As for Marco's, that's Math Game is gone. Math Game is gone. Yeah, that didn't look great, did it?
That's going to be retirement. Thunderhead's AI in again. I'm not quite sure what the AI is thinking, but they are just driving barricades on the track.
Suki just moved over, so Suki is definitely still driving.
He's still driving now.
The way that moved over, it looked like a person drive rather than an AI drive. So I think Suki is still in control of that car.
He's stamping on the throttle again. Yeah, he is still driving then. Well, at least Suki's still driving, but Thunderhead is just a driving obstacle.
Now, hopefully for him, this comes into the pits and he can do a swap over again if the AI had the control before. Oh,
you can get damage into pit lane now. You can get damage in the pit lane if you hit the wall, so quite awkward if it happens.
Yeah, that just seemed rather odd.
If Thunderhead driving again.
Focus.
Let's see. I do think Thunderhead's regained control.
Yeah. Without being rude to him, I think that told us that he now has. I won't say control of the car. That's probably a misnomer.
Like he's in the wall, and that's the sign he gets regained.
Oh my God! Where's?
Now there's two possibilities here. Or the AI is completely and utterly confused, or Thunderhead.
It's probably had too many drinks.
Had a bit of too many drinks.
Yeah, where's he? Oh, where are you going? Oh, that's got to be it, surely. That's definitely at least another pit stop. I think the will to live is definitely lost.
Where is he going? He's not really going a lot on track at the moment.
What's going on there? What's going on? What's? You can't move. You can't move. What's going on?
There's gonna be a disconnection. Oh no.
What? Oh no! What? That has to be the weirdest lag ever.
What is
and we
going
have
on? I'm not quite sure what's happening.
No, that's weird. That is well weird. But thankfully for him, he's still running.
But actually, DJ Luke is only 1 second behind Red. But Race is in the way, Race is in the middle of them, Race is going fast, Red over the right, and DJ Luke is now right on the right.
The back of him, isn't he? DJ's gone past him here.
He's going to try, he's going to try from here.
Yeah.
He's going to try to make a move.
I think think he's offered him that. He's offered him that option, but is he then closing it? Is it then? No, no.
That. Yeah, it's not a position.
I think he looked to close him to begin with, and then thought, you know what? Actually, he's going to come past me. What's the point?
And still, that will just became in first position in GTE, fifth overall.
He did the sensible thing there, I think.
Marco's actually ninth overall in an LFP class. It's not gone well for him. And Thunderhead, what are you doing today? What is going on?
It's been interesting. It's certainly been interesting. This race in not quite the way I thought it was going to be. Probably neither the way you thought it was going to be either.
No, it's I think this is a track, and of course.
And in for the is that double figures on pit stops between these two? Got to be well into double figures. Horrible, really.
Yeah, it's kind of got to be damn a bit invisible lately. Not seen much from him, of course. He's driving 1 minute behind Hiker and almost 3 minutes in front of Marcos. There's no way Marcos can get out of the 9th place now. Put that between him. 2 minutes behind them and 6.5 minutes in front of someone else. Unbelievable.
I think if I was to Dan, he would probably take this, like I said earlier. The way that his race started, to get 8th at the end of the day, okay, in the grand scheme of things, might not be where I wanted to aim for, but the way that this race has gone, why not?
We had a small mistake there, but of course, on a lot of laps, and it doesn't really matter for him because the gaps are amazingly big.
I think the only hope would be, again, looking at lap times, it's probably unlikely anyway, is I was trying to look at ID Forgets and Crazy just to see if there was anything there. Obviously, ID Forgets has got a penalty, which I think was 10 seconds, wasn't it?
Let's take a look. 10 seconds. Also safe, but is safe. 2 minutes in front of Racing.
Racing's got 30 seconds on. ID Forgets plus a 10-second penalty, 40 seconds on him. With 14 minutes left.
And he's safe from Peter Luke as well.
I think it's a case of, without barring disaster, it's as you were, position-wise, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think Red and Lonnie maybe? They're about the only two that have got a possible fight.
Well, Red and Lonnie, 16 seconds. I do think Red is increasing the gap actually. Lonnie, oh, he made a mistake somewhere. I saw the gap increasing a lot. He had to slow down for 6, that's why.
Yeah, which is gonna, again, imperious drive from Mr. Rezonico.
This has to be the most biggest gap I must have seen. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in front of Racing.
And even with that, having the 2 pit stops as we see.
Oh, Thunderhead is off again.
Yeah, Thunderhead's off. He's not had fun tonight.
Lonnie in the pits. 1.4 liters remaining. Yeah, we haven't checked the fuels actually. We haven't checked the fuel. Sick. How's the fuel? 27. Yeah, he's safe.
Razy again, probably same.
26, yeah. Also gets a
all the
safe.
front guys are pretty much as you were, aren't they?
Need to look is safe. Red 15 is definitely safe. Lonnie, he's refueling to 12 liters. That might be kind of.
Did he miscalculate? Maybe? Did he miss? Was that a miscalculation? Do you think? With only 12 minutes left.
No, he's went up to 42. Oh, they're still refueling. They're still busy refueling. Now he's got too much actually.
Yeah,
Hiker is safe. Dan can finish as well. Marcos can definitely finish.
Thunderhead, well, he might finish. I don't know whether his car will.
Yeah, he's got 71 liters.
Yeah, I think what's happening there is. I think
he's
just praying for the end.
To be honest,
praying for the end.
I've got to be honest. It might be hilarious to see, but we're not coming there for that. We're coming for a race, and this is not. This just look kind of disrespectful to the rest of the driver, of course, because he is just driving around and distracting everyone.
Yeah, and his car.
He's looking like a damn tourist.
I think he's just hoping to actually end The main thing that we don't want is contact with anyone else, because Dan's just coming down, I think.
Well, he has plenty of contact already, but this is a shambles. This is outrageous.
I think
I
stay
do
to
not
the
agree with
side.
this. I do not agree with what he's doing.
Neither of them
Even if it isn't AI, be a man and leave the lobby. Stay out the way, or leave the lobby, because this is not how you bag points. This is how you.
Unless he's just trying to make his way back to the pits, possibly.
This is how you act like a clown. I'm sorry to say, but this is. No, this is not the right way. But we will give him an airtime, of course, because.
Oh, he's right at the top, isn't he? Oh no, he's coming down towards the pits. Is there anyone else there? Yeah, he's staying out of the way for the moment. There's much racing past.
Ooh, there's a pole in the way.
This is pulling to the pits. I think this is going to the pits.
Yeah, for the 15th time. But
yeah,
he's just forming a risk for everyone. He's distracting everyone.
Where are you going?
He's driving in the way of everyone. This is just too risky.
Yeah, that's just.
I think
it's going to pits and stay there. I think that's the order of the day. Go into pits and stay there. Do not come back out.
Also, Hiker's car looks battered. Just like it's been through a blender.
Can't say I've seen a car in a blender before. But hey, there's a first time for everything. I think this has been eventful in lots and lots of ways. This has definitely been eventful.
Well, not really eventful in the right ways, because I've seen a lot of this, and
is he gonna come out? Is he gonna stay in it?
I don't think it's gonna come out. I think he's just driving around and just mucking around a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand losing the will to live a little bit. I can kind of put myself there, but if that's the case, then you know what? Stay off the track. Really, there's nothing to gain, and it's only going to hurt
there's
anyone
still people driving it. People are fighting for a championship race. For 6 is leading.
Hurt people.
Race is second, and Pittsburgh is second, and they all fought for it. And then Thunderhead comes in and just spins around, but it's going to be a retirement. Using the pits, he's not coming back out. And it might be for the better, because as well.
In the grand scheme of things, it's by far and away the best thing to do. It's by far and away the best thing to do.
He didn't have any added value anymore, so he's not distracting anyone else anymore.
I'm just trying to see if we can have a little check on the.
Silky is driving a sports car, by the way. She's obviously going for the weight reduction setup.
Yeah, not quite the way you want it to be. I mean, I could do with some weight reduction in my setup, personally, but that's. Oh my god, let's see. So I'm just trying to look. Yeah, I know Thunderhead was saying about his 360. I was just trying to look at anything there.
Silky is just looking out on track. Just actually quite a nice camera shot, because you can see the whole S's and everyone driving through the S's. You can see how much they swing to the right and swing to the left again in this camera view. Quite nice camera. Thank you, Silky, for an extra camera angle there.
Yeah, that's not. Oh, it's fun here, I think. It's almost, in ways, it's almost become. Apart from the front boys, it's almost become a demolition derby for some of them. Not quite what we had in mind.
It might just be this track. This track is just mentally and physically really hard. At 1.5 hours, it's a really long time to drive this track. And I've had it myself in Formula C. At the end of the race, you're just completely gone. My hands yesterday were completely gone. My eyes, I had to strain them. My eyes.
It was a tough run. To be honest, after Monday's race, I was hammered. I was literally knackered. Physically after it.
And in Formula C, we also did the layout we used in GT4, but I was absolutely gone after that race. And yeah, and it was really tough track.
It is tough. You know, some tracks are tougher than others. Road America is obviously a much easier run, and I know for these guys next week, they do 2 30-minute races on Road America. So I thought, oh, why are they only doing 60 minutes? But of course, there's a 150-minute race about 4 or 5 weeks later, if I remember rightly. No, they've got a long race. Yeah, 150 minutes at the 24-hour Nürburgring. Yeah, which will be awesome. I'd love to race that. But it's that's a 150-minute run for these guys.
I'm hoping to get a seat for that race.
That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one.
I'm hoping to get a seat for that race. I think that race will be, of course, a little more open to substitute drivers, because of course it's more of an open event, I think. Just like the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Is it? I think for these guys on that track, I don't know. I mean, you'd think the track lends itself more to LMP3 in terms of the technical sections, but there's also some very high-speed sections which are going to certainly benefit the GTE.
You know, it's going to be interesting. The qualifying session. How will we do that? Because of course you need 8 minutes, around 6 minutes to get to the end of one lap.
True.
Lonnie said, what actually? Lonnie, excuse me for a second. Lonnie actually, he was in second place at GTE. He has fallen back massively.
What's happened to him?
He's on 2 minutes behind Heiko. Now, was that always the case, or have you missed that? Big Thunder had shenanigans, also the Cup does.
I really couldn't see anything on that then. So obviously that's going to, I mean, he's still got a bit of a gap there. I'm trying to look at the gap to Dan, but I think it's actually telling me that there's less of a gap, but that's obviously not right.
You have to look above. Above you can see that DJ Luke is 30 seconds ahead of World.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, he's got
50 ahead of Hiker.
Yeah, so that's quite a big gap there. I was wondering where Hiker was with regard to Dan. Sorry, only in regard to Dan, because Dan's now showing as past.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes.
Yeah. But that's now Dan and Ronnie 7 seconds, showing there 8 seconds.
Mathematically, he was in second of GTE.
Yeah, what's
happened
there? Something massive has happened there.
Well, he didn't have a rear wing.
But it's cost him a hell of a lot.
SharePlay stops in 5 minutes. We've got 3.5 minutes left. I think we will just come out perfectly.
I'll be there. I'll get there before I get jettisoned. Just about.
Not 3.5 minutes remaining. Almost 60 laps completed. That's an amazing amount, because in GT3 yesterday we did 47 laps. Now we will get my guess is 61 laps.
Yeah, I guess 61 or maybe. Yeah,
61, 62 maybe.
Yeah, could be 62. That's sterling effort. Got to give credit where it's due. He has been imperious. I think you've got to give him driver of the day, haven't you? He's got to be. As much as I like Racing's drive, I think Racing's drive has been good. You look at Singer with 2 pit stops and still winning by 2.5 minutes.
Suki is catching up to Fundat with 1 minute and 50 seconds.
I think they're in a different race tonight. No offence to both of them. Well, they've the fact that they'll both come out with points from this race is probably all that really matters. The fact that other people have disconnected and they're still in it and get 10th and 11th.
Look, actually, Suki's driving really solid at the moment. She's driving really fast, and this is the pace we want to see from her at the beginning of the race. But what has happened in the race, we're not quite sure, because she's a really fast driver. This is how fast she normally is. She's driving really fast now. But at the beginning of the race,
going to ride, hasn't it? I'm sure she'll let us know.
Not very consistent, and good 3.2 seconds quicker than the fastest lap of the race. But of course, the race was a shambles all along. It was all over the place, but still, she's a good driver and she's showing that now.
Yeah, no, it's not been races that I think she'll put down and say, yeah, great, I can't wait to go there again. Probably take the week off next time. Get a reserve driver in to drive Sonoma instead.
Marco,
with the stuff of
going back to
nightmares.
the pit again. Has he hit the wall again then?
Yeah,
So
what's
many
going on there?
mistakes from a lot of drivers.
But I'm led to believe that the, I mean, again, some of the guys might be able to get let us know, but I think I know Suki said that this car absolutely ruins the tyres. That's what I'm led to believe. I've not driven it on this track, obviously, but I'm led to believe that it does really ruin the tyres.
We've got 35 minutes seconds remaining.
You can have 35 more minutes if you want.
No, thank
Sure
you.
you
I think 35 more minutes and then the gaps will be
So
30 minutes
61
longer.
laps.
Suki forward for the move. Suki up to 10th position. Suki is more motivated with race. Marcos is still in, by the way.
I don't think he get to come back out, will he? Because
Well, the
Sig's
good
going
news
to be
is he
passing
can
the
make a few
finishing
pit
line
stops.
any second. Sig's just coming
Six
around.
is on the go.
Timed that nicely so he doesn't have to get into 62 laps, but
Absolute dominating drive. Sig is on the go, wins at Sonoma. Absolute
gotta
dominating.
give.
With
It's one of
2.5
these moments.
2.5 minutes lead on his forgets. Unbelievable.
That's my
No.
applause.
No mistake whole race. Chapler will stop in 1 minute.
Quite impressive. Got to give credit where it's due there. That was. We got 4 Thunderheads, by the way. 5,
And
6,
coming down
5.
coming down to the last corner, it forgets, comes home in 2nd place. Absolutely stunning driving on the car.
Was he third behind Mr. Real? Was racing on second?
Yeah, and the finish.
It's really annoying how it disappears like that as they cross the line. What
Yeah,
the heck did they...
SMS fixed one thing and they ruined the other thing. DJ Luke comes down to the S of the final time.
Yeah, he's probably disappointed with that. He's got to be disappointed with that, to be fair to him. I think he...
Not really gone well for him. Suki up to 10th, just gone through the final corner now as well.
Yeah, I'm going to give her a round of applause as well.
We didn't really get a good rundown to the line because everything was just mixed up.
I think that's a round of applause, well deserved there, I think, for Suki off that one. To actually finish the race, I think is a we're not worthy moment, because in all fairness, she must be furious. She must be fuming off the back of that. And Rip It Up's just saying on the stream there, just saying Thunderhead gets all the points, because there was only Thunderhead left, wasn't there? You should have had 10 Thunderheads.
There's some donuts going on actually in the distance. But the official results are Supersonico dominating drive, first position. Race Rio actually second. We didn't really catch that, but he is in second. Itzo gets in third. DJ Luke in 4th position for LMP3. Now, Red 15 first in GTE. Ike of Sweden second. Dan in 3rd position. Lonnie in 4th. Marcos in 5th position for LMP3. Tsuki is in 5th position for GTE. And Thunderhead in last for LMP3. Not gone well for him.
Yeah, not a racer, not a circuit I think either of them two want to come back to. I think for Beauty and the Beast, I think this circuit was a bit of a nightmare. Not a nightmare on Elm Street, but a nightmare on Sonoma Raceway maybe. Coming to a music theatre and a cinema anywhere near you. In the meantime, of course, that will wrap us up here from Sonoma Raceway. If you wanted a nice, clean, easy race, this wasn't it. More pit stops than any other race I think I ever remember seeing in living memory.
Honda had 9 pit stops.
9. That is
56 times. So
amazing. Of course, because of course it will tell us on there, won't it? That is quite phenomenal. Anyway, that brings an end to tonight's race. For those of you that were watching, hope you enjoyed yourself, hope you had some fun. I hope you didn't drink too much beer and eat too much popcorn. But until then, we'll see you on Monday for GT4, of course, in Road America. So
we will see you
there.
next week. with Monday, Thursday and Friday all races live streamed from the channel at Road America. So see you next week.
Adios amigos.